For our partner yoga, we're going to start around about a mat's length apart. Feet roughly parallel, hips square, shoulders back, nice and heavy down through the feet, soften the toes. We'll take a deep breath, reach the hands up overhead. And with the belly in, hinging from the hips, tilt forward, find the hands in the middle, and then feel like your hands are pushing against each other to then start to lift up through the hands and deepen down through the chest. So there's somewhat of a melting, softening feeling through the front of the chest and shoulders. And then you might feel that lengthening, stretching sensation in the back of the legs, so feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to. And if you are hypermobile, just make sure you've got a little bend in the knees, even just a micro bend to take the pressure off the joint. So once we find our way into postures, it's a good idea to start to follow your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. And over time you start to hear and even feel the other person's breath as you breathe together. For now, we'll take one more in. Hold for the exhale. And then pushing against the hands, we'll rise back up. And release the hands. And we can both take a small step in. You can adjust this as we go. Then breathe in, reach the hands up. One person's going to have the hands on the outside. Bend from the hips again and reach for the shoulders. So mine are now on the outside, Tara's on the inside. And adjust your feet so your feet are below your hips. And then the hands walk down the back so the top of the heads find each other in the middle. And then it's a matter of weighting down. So this is where you can feel that breath as well. If the other person's breathing in and out through the nose with around about 4-second interval, you'll start to feel the back ribs through your hands. And you see if you can match the breath there. So we'll take 2 deep breaths. One more. Then release, bend your knees and fold forward. And then breathe in to reach right up above your head, up towards the ceiling. And then bring the hands down. Exact same thing, only now the hands will change. So as we breathe in, reach up. My hands are now going to go in the middle. Tara's goes on the outside. We find the shoulders, the hands walk down the back. Tops of the heads touch. And we settle in. So this might feel a little different on your shoulders from one to the next. What remains is a steady flowing breath. And you'll feel that you can allow your body to get heavy. You'll feel the support of the other person, but the heaviness of your body also gives them the space for them to fold into, giving them the support as well. Good. One more deep breath in. Gently release, folding forward. You can already feel that you start to kind of help each other down, so you're not just abandoning, but still there. Breathe in, reach up. And bring the hands in. Now we walk all the way into the middle. Once we're there, our toes are pretty much touching. And we find our forearm grip or hand-to-hand grip. And as we hold here, we take a deep breath in and then simply start to straighten the arms as we lean away. So one might have a tendency of bending the elbows, and that typically means they're trying to control and have too much control, where what we need is more release, more surrender. So straight arms, shoulders back, hips forward, and with the chest open, see if you can just add a little bit more of your weight, lean back. The other will then feel that they've got more weight to hold on to and to lean back from. So it becomes more of a counterweight. It doesn't matter if weights are different as well. If one is heavier than the other, you'll find a center gravity there. You'll find a middle balance. So once you've got that, we'll take a deep breath in, chest lifted, and then bend the elbows, and we'll come on in. So similar to that one, only we'll cross the hands over. And with the forearms across, I typically don't like to use left and right, but it's nice and easy here. We've got left to left and right to right. We'll do the exact same thing. Breathe in nice and tall, and the exhale, we lean away. With shoulders back, hips forward. We find once again that counterbalance. So don't be afraid to lean back a little heavier. and you'll feel even more support for yourself. Good, and once we're there, like I said, without using left and right, I prefer to squeeze. So if I squeeze this hand here, we're going to hold on, and then we start to let go of the other. So let's lean back a little heavier as well, give each other the weight. First, you can stay just with one hand. If you like, as long as both are pulling back firm, you start to reach the other hand. Good. You can look back towards your backhand as well. Nicely done. You can get a little bit more out of the twist as well by trying to guide your hip that's open forward as the top shoulder starts to rotate back. Let's hold on firm and guide ourselves or each other back to the middle. As we swap over, we'll hold opposite hand, start to lean back, get ready with that hand, really lean, find the center balance. Good, and once we've got that, I like to kind of feed my shoulder forward, so instead of pulling too much, we lean back and with my weight and their weight pulling, I can allow my shoulder to guide forward. And then we can either stay in the middle or you can open out into that twist. And again, looking back towards the backhand, really pull, give them support, like you're trying to pull them over a little. Once you feel that, there'll be a bit more of a solid space to pull from. Good, and firm grip, belly in, and we'll come back to the center. Nicely done. We'll uncross the arms, find the regular grip again. Deep breath in, and start to lean away. So as much as we're trying to find trust in each other to make sure that we feel safe to go into the posture, we always also want to have trust in ourselves so that we know that we're going to be able to support another. So what can happen sometimes is we don't pull back enough. We only go back a slight little bit because we think we're too heavy or we're pulling too much. But what ends up happening there is that you don't give enough support. So by pulling back, you give more. And we're going to need that here. Keep the belly in nice and tall, deep breath. And now start to sink back. But as we bend the knees and sit the hips down, keep pulling back. The pulling is where we get our balance and our strength to move nice and slow. We almost touch the floor, then push the heels, squeeze the belly, and let's come back up, leaning back and all the way up. This next one, try with your eyes closed. So with the eyes closed, deep breath, nice and tall. The exhale, lean away from each other. Find the center balance, deep breath in. And start to slowly lower down, hips descend, belly stays in. As we keep pulling with the eyes closed, we get a little bit more in tune with what it feels like rather than what it looks like. And squeeze the belly, lean back, push the heels, and rise back up. Really pull. Yeah. Alright, this one you can choose whether you have your eyes open or closed. Deep breath in, lean away, hold for a breath, and slowly lower. We are going to come all the way to the floor, but take our time to get there. Lean back, feel the support, and place the hips. Now you might need to shuffle here. We should be okay. We'll flex your toes back, balls of the feet come together. And see how it feels to take one leg straight up. If you can keep the balls of the feet together, that's okay. The next leg comes up. Now it might be just the heels, but if your feet can go flat, that's great. I can feel that my spine's rounded a bit. As long as there's no pain there, it's okay. But we can now help each other get a little bit more out of it by pulling on the arms and bringing shoulders back. Good. So as we lift our chest up, the crown of the head up, we get a little deeper into our forward fold. See if we can then find the breath merge together. Just for one more here. And bend the knees, we'll bring the feet down almost to the ground. As we'll take one leg out and under the arms, straight up and out. Then the other under the arms, straight up and out. Same thing again, with that firm grip, we'll start to pull back on the arms and lift the chest up. Now, even with the chest lifted, we can start to lean back a little so we can give each other some counterweight. One more deep breath. And bring the legs up, bend one foot under, next set under, and now we'll cross the legs. Bring the knees into touch if they're not already. We'll breathe in, reach the hands up overhead. Then look to your right, and as we look around, your left hand will come to your right knee, your right arm will come right around your back towards your own left hip. You can see Tara's hand there. Then take your own left hand from your knee, across, and take a grip. Once you've got that grip there, once again we breathe in and rotate into your twist as we breathe out. It's nice to consider your own length on the inhales as the spine gets longer, and then into the depth on the exhale. You can pull on the hands to give a little bit more stability, but then a place to pull from to bring ourselves into our own depth, but also giving them a bit of an anchor point to twist themselves into more depth as well. Once more here. Gently release. Good. Deep breath in as we reach up. Opposite side. Right hand comes to your own left knee. Left hand will come right round towards the hip. Look across, find their hand. This time now we know what we're doing. We'll just stay with our own breath. Listen in for their breath. Merge the breath. And breathing together for 2 more. And gently release. We'll bring the knees up, feet onto the ground. Take the grip again. And as we take the forearm grip, we'll lean back, feel weight coming into the heels, squeeze the belly in. As we pull back, we'll start to slowly rise up. And that's it. Thank you.